I guess you probably should make sure that the lid is closed before you shooka. Okay, let's work out.
For the moment, try and hold it, but I'm falling fast for you in a moment since we spoken, and I'm calling, cause I just wanna hot box in the summertime on a runaway. Why is it the right time's always in the wrong place? Honeymoon trip around the sun, it's a long way. You can pick the flight path, promise we'll be right back. The elephant in the room, what made the circus dance? I've been trapezing on that tightrope, trying to circumvent the circumstances, mitigating summer's eve. The situation's changing. I think about you when I wake and fall asleep, but I don't know what happens in between, cause honestly I don't remember my dreams lately. A little strange given I just got off the weed, ain't it? Full house in hand, John Stamos and Candace, huh? Caught up your sleeve, still telling me to ante up. For the moment, try and hold it, but I'm falling fast for you in a moment since we spoken, and I'm calling, cause I just wanna hot box in the summertime on a runaway. Why is it the right time's always in the wrong place? Honeymoon trip around the sun, it's a long way. You can pick the flight path, promise we'll be right back. Trying to hold on to a compliment for balance. Dump my common sense into the water to use as ballast. I'm anchored, man, like Ron. Cantankerous off the Sauvignon Blanc. It ain't my drink of choice, but I already drank the cupboard out.
Cause my fingers ain't working, but my heart is. If you wanna let me know where you are, I could come and love you. I could come and love. I could come and love.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Come. I feel like I don't really know what I'm doing strength training wise yet, but I'm getting a little bit faster at changing everything. I think once I start to make some kind of plan, I'll get more in a flow and be able to switch over the equipment faster to what I need it to be. But until then, I guess we're just gonna like stumble through it all. The bean machine is tuckered. Okay, so when I was in Maine, a lot of the time for breakfast, I partook in a poached egg. I did not realize how much of a superior form of egg a poached egg is. It's just like creamy and delicious. I was kind of getting burnt out on eggs and it reignited my love for eggs. And so I looked up how to make it and it seemed pretty simple. Like I'm boiling some water right now. Apparently all I have to do is stir this up, and while I get a tornado situation happening, you toss your eggs in and you just let them cook for 3 minutes. So I don't know how this is gonna go, but we're gonna give it a shot for a little bit of a bougie breakfast. Okay, we're getting the people going. But really trying not to spill it on myself because that would be tragic. Okay, and eggs. I don't know if this is right, but it doesn't look too appetizing, I'll admit, but let's just let it do its thing for a couple minutes. Oh, she's kind of cute. Are you kidding me? Am I a professional chef? Gordon Ramsay is quaking. He could never, he could. Let's not call out Gordon Ramsay. I will probably cry if he yelled at me. Let's be real. I am sensitive. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be really cringy and get you that like POV yolk shot. That looks like a perfectly over easy poached egg, does it not? It kind of looks gross with the egg yolk on there. I'm gonna take you out of POV mode and just tuck into this. Artichoke hearts, eggs, and tomatoes. Oh, beautiful combination. It's fresh and light, and then you got the lemon coming in there with the balsamic vinegar. Girl, she is beauty and she's grace. She is Miss United States. We got some chamomile tea on the side. I'm trying to get into teas. But this is an absolutely lovely summer breakfast brunch type situation. I don't know, I would eat this all year round, honestly. Can you believe that summer's almost over? We have like a week left. And you know, I don't really know what a hot girl summer entails, but I'm almost like 1000% sure I did not have one. Because unless hot girl shit is falling down a Grey's Anatomy depression spiral and not doing anything for weeks at a time, I'm pretty sure I did not participate. But you know what? Summer is overrated and we are gearing up for Fit Girl Fall. We're in it now. We're having one, bestie. Let me just tell you, as I vigorously stab these tomatoes, I'm motivated. I'm ready to like make some changes. You know, same as those leaves on those trees, girl. That was pretty smooth, you have to admit. As I can't swallow my tea properly. But yes, I definitely have that motivation back. I feel that momentum returning to where like we could start making big changes and doing the damn thing again. And I am so stoked. Let me just tell you. Oh, she's back, honey. And she is going to be better than ever. And I just feel like revamping everything. I'm super excited. And honestly, this would be a great transition into today's sponsor, which is Care of. I got my vitamins right here, actually, to take with food. If you guys don't know, Care of is an awesome monthly vitamin subscription service, and they just take the guesswork out of the vitamin aisle. I don't know about you, but I've definitely been in that situation where I get in the store and I'm standing in front of thousands of bottles of vitamins and supplements, and I'm like, But Care of makes that process super simple and easy because they have an online quiz. It's quick, it's like 5 minutes, and it asks you questions about your lifestyle, your diet, the goals you want to achieve, and then it gives you suggestions based on what you put. I recently retook the quiz because my goals changed. I wanted to start working on getting more protein in. I pared back my vitamins a little bit. I'm currently only taking the fish oil to help support heart health, keratin for hair, skin, and nails, and a B12 supplement to help support those energy levels. But yeah, because I wanted to start strength training and building muscle and stuff, Care of suggested some protein powder, and like as you guys knew, my previous protein powder was expired by like years actually. It was a little bit embarrassing. So I decided like, maybe I should get rid of that. And I ended up getting some from Care of. You guys saw me drink it this morning with just water. It tasted fantastic. And that is definitely gonna be a nice supplement to support my struggle. So something else that's really cool about Care of and their packaging is not only do these little daily packs contain your personalized vitamin and supplement regimen that, you know, tailored to your specific goals and needs, but they're also eco-friendly. These are made with a plant-based film, so you can compost them. Love that. So if you guys want to take Care of's quick quiz and see what vitamins and supplements they recommend for you, they gave me a promo code for you guys to use to get like some pretty sweet savings. If you click my link in the description and use code Beatrice50 at checkout, you get 50% off of your first order, which is chef's kiss. Beautiful. But yeah, a huge thank you to Care of for sponsoring this portion of the video. Seriously love them, use them every single day, and it's awesome when I can pass on some major savings to you guys if you're interested. So besides switching up my vitamin and supplement routine a little bit, I completely redid all of the data that I had taken before I went on vacation. So I took more before pictures, I measured, and I weighed in again. And let me just tell you that stepping on that scale again and looking at that number, I was like, well, if it isn't the consequences to my actions. And I try not to get too hung up on weight and stuff, but it was like a drastic difference in the span of a week. So I was like a little bit concerned. But then I remembered I had been eating out at restaurants for an entire week and I hadn't exactly been trying to be the healthiest. You know, I'm on vacation. I overate a lot and I had more sweets than I typically do. And you know, restaurant food is always packed with more sodium than the food that you make at home for some reason. So I'm just thinking that it's bloating. Otherwise, it's a little bit concerning. We're not gonna really worry about it too much, you know? It's just a starting point and we're ready to go. And some of you might be wondering, like, why'd you even measure and weigh in before going on vacation anyway? Well, let me just tell you how naive I am. I thought that going to Maine was gonna be like the start of this new cycle. The resort we were staying at had a really nice fitness center, and I genuinely believed that my ass was gonna get up every single morning and use their gym. No, it did not. And let me just be the first to tell you that no one in the history of the world has ever started a fitness regime on vacation. I don't think it's possible. And I was also thinking like seafood was relatively healthy and I love it. And, you know, I was going to primarily be eating seafood the entire time, but I wasn't accounting for slathering things in butter and cream. Okay, so we are in the parking lot of Whole Foods. I just want to let you know that Whole Foods to me is dangerous. I love it so much. And when I go in there, it's like a kid in the candy store. There's some parking lot drama going on right now. So excuse that. Oh, they're mad. Sorry, I'm just watching this drama unfold. I don't know why that person's just continuously backing up. It's a lot of minivan drama. Oh, it's a whole cluster jam. Okay, sorry, I got really distracted. So I recently saw a picture of a fig, right? And I have never eaten a fig in my life, I don't think. Hi, so I'm editing and I'm looking crusty as hell, so don't perceive me, but that was a lie. I have eaten a fig Newton. If I have, it was unbeknownst to me. But I seen a picture of a fig, and I don't know if you know, but figs are like beautiful, picturesque. They look amazing on food, and I'm just like, I think I need this in my life. I looked up recipes including figs, and I ended up finding like a dinner, like it's chicken and figs and I think lemon, I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up to make sure I have all the ingredients. I went grocery shopping yesterday, and Safeway does not partake in figs apparently. Like they have dragon fruit, prickly pears, and a bunch of other random things, but not a fig in sight. So we made the trek. Whole Foods is like 25 minutes away from my house, and we didn't have one in the place I previously lived. So let me just tell you, going to Whole Foods is a treat to me. I absolutely love it. It's just a whole vibe. So I get into a little bit of trouble every time I go because I get like a plethora of stuff, so much food that I can't possibly eat in a week, and then I end up wasting a lot. So we're gonna try to not make that happen today. The game plan is get the figs and get the out, and let's go. So I'm back from the Whole Foods, sweaty as hell. The only thing we didn't get for my dinner recipe is a bottle of port wine. So we have to like hit up a liquor store and find that, because I didn't know, but I guess grocery stores in Colorado aren't allowed to sell wine, even though they sell high proof beer. It's an enigma. It really makes no sense. But I digress. We made it out of the Whole Foods alive with only 2 ingredients. I got some thyme and I got the sack of figs and potentially a new friend. There was a person stocking the produce that I ended up asking for the figs, and he was a delight, let me just tell you. Super friendly, super nice. He went in the back and got me the figs because I guess they weren't out on the shelves. But then he told me how to like pick figs, and he's like, I even tried one in the back, and like the darker ones are the sweeter ones. And I was like, oh, and he's like, yeah, I tried my first fig because of you. And I was like, oh my God. So I'm broadening horizons for everyone. Not only am I broadening my own horizons, but that produce clerk as well. So I don't know, but I was like, oh my God, I would hang out with you. Like his energy was just so, it was good. How do you make a friend as an adult? I don't know. So maybe I'll start coming to this Whole Foods more often and asking him where things are, and then eventually maybe befriending him. I don't know. Anyway, it's like 1,000,000 degrees in here. I need to turn back on this air conditioner and get going. We need to go to the liquor store and find some port wine. Okay, so we're gonna take a slight detour because I saw this Barnes & Noble sign, and I have not been in a Barnes & Noble in years. And I looked in the parking lot, looked relatively empty, but then it just turns out that that was the back of the building, and it's crowded like everything else in this godforsaken city. So we're gonna pop in there really quickly because they're having a Labor Day sale for like 50% off, and we are interested, okay? What kind of book I need? The time has come for a mother freaking book haul. So I was bamboozled a little bit at Barnes & Noble. They did me dirty. They had a large sign outside of their establishment that claimed that there were 50% off books inside. I should have read the small font beneath the large 50% off that stated that it was just select books. It was really just like a table with some books on it that were 50% off. But who reads at a bookstore? No one. So it's really my bad, and I didn't discover this until I was up at the cashier, of course, and my anxiety would never let me just like get out of that situation. So long story short, I spent a small fortune on this stack of books because they were all full price. Well, except for this last one, but we will get to that one in a second because that one's the most special one. So first of all, I got a couple of books on options trading. First of all, just like the basics, how to do it, what it is, kind of thing. And then this book on strategies. I started investing in the stock market about like 2.5 years ago, maybe. You guys know I'm a sucker for charts and graphs, and it turns out that stocks are chock full of them. Up until this point, I've just been buying stocks. There's this whole world of options trading that's just been there, and I'm curious about it, but I don't ever pursue it further. It just seems intimidating to me, but I would like to learn more about it and maybe start doing that in some way. I don't know. We'll see. Haven't read the book yet. But speaking of wanting to learn things, I got this book on how to learn Adobe Premiere Pro. These classroom and a book workbooks are really helpful in learning any kind of like Adobe software. These books are how I taught myself Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign, all of the things that I needed to become a graphic designer. You know, they go over the basics and then they kind of just like acquaint you with the software. I've never used Adobe Premiere Pro, but I want to start like upping my video quality and editing better and stuff like that. And I feel like this would help because currently I'm using iMovie, and that's great, but I'm already paying for the Adobe suite anyway because I have Photoshop and Illustrator. I feel like this allows you to do more than iMovie does, but I'm gonna be working through this and hopefully doing some better edits. Then I hit up the philosophy section. She is growing mind, body, and soul. And we got Stoicism and the Art of Happiness, practical wisdom for everyday life. I like the idea of Stoicism, and so I'm pretty interested in what this book has to say about it. And then I picked up Making Sense: Conversations on Consciousness, Morality, and the Future of Humanity by Sam Harris. I'm pretty sure Sam Harris has like some kind of podcast. He has a degree in philosophy and also neuroscience, so it kind of sounded like this was right up my alley. And then the last book was an impulse buy, I'm not gonna lie. And this was the only book that was 50% off, and it was still $10. We have Gustavo The Shy Ghost. And isn't he adorable? First of all, this is a children's book, and I love the illustration style of this. That scratchy like coloring kind of look. Like, isn't this just fabulous? Oh, look at Gustavo the Shy Ghost. He's just so cute. Love this page. Very into green. So all alone, Gustavo did what he loved most. Oh my God, he's like me. Gustavo is me. And the music made him happy. So happy that he glowed. Oh, how he glowed. I'm probably gonna read this and take pictures of the illustration, and then my coworker has a small child, so you know, it probably would be better in the hands of a child, what would love it. So I'm gonna give this to him after I get done reading it. You know, so maybe it's not for me, an adult. But I'm not gonna lie, I thought of that later, like as I was driving home, I thought of giving it to him. But it wasn't originally for me. But anyway, I'm starting to get a little bit peckish and I'm ready for dinner. So let's do that. Okay, so I went and I got some wine from the liquor store. I had a really hard time finding this, and I'm not really even sure if this is actually port wine because it's called Reserve Porto. I was hoping that that was Italian or Spanish for port. And this tiny bottle of wine, I looked like a giant next to it. It was like $15. So hopefully this recipe is good. I'm really curious about this, so I kind of want to try it now. Even though like wine always gives me a really bad headache and I get like flushed in the cheek and nose area, but probably not from a sip, maybe from a sip. It depends on the kind of alcohol it is. Oh, it kind of smells nice actually. Cheers. Oh Lord, it smells really sweet, but this is like vinegar. You're balancing on a water glass right now. I need it. This is called Glazed Chicken and Fig Skewers, and I did not buy any skewers, so we're gonna make a skewerless glazed chicken and fig skewer. And if you're interested in this recipe, I'll leave it in the description. I don't know if it's good or not yet. But let's do it to it. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Do y'all remember that 90s song that was like, I feel a little poke coming through on you? That was freaking disgusting. And I remember like that song being on Sister Sister, and I would sit there and like watch it, and like I was like, this is a good song. Yes. But it's nasty. Anyway, let's cook dinner. These are figs, and I've never had one before, so I think maybe I will try one now. I don't know if you're supposed to eat the skin. I don't know if you're supposed to cut off this little nubbin, but we're just gonna go for it. They're really creamy and sweet, but they're not like overly sweet. But it's times like these where I really hope to God that I'm not allergic, because I'm alone here, and if I go into anaphylactic shock, I'll just die. I like the little crunchies that all the little seeds provide. Okay, update, my tongue is feeling a little bit weird, but I do have geographic tongue, so anytime I eat something like strawberries, bananas, pineapple for sure, my tongue goes a little crazy. Maybe I'm just psyching myself out like I'm allergic, but I don't think so. I think I'm fine. I think I just have a bad tongue. And these get grilled too, so anytime I like cook pineapple or something, it takes away whatever it is that makes my tongue react like this. So I'm hopeful that it will be fine. You guys, remember when I was a chef this morning? I was just a sous chef then. I have made a wine reduction, and now I have graduated to master chef. Let's try this shit, because it looks fantastic. So we got a little bit of the fig, some chicken. You guys, this shit is unreal. Why am I so good at cooking today, guys? This dish is both like savory and sweet. It's the best of both worlds, like Hannah Montana. I have been attempting to walk with Douglas at least twice a day, so he gets his exercise in a little bit. And he's like walking on a leash a whole lot better than he used to. He used to like pull me all around. And I know he looks like a chonk, but he is 100% pure muscle. So remember that and fear him. He's weeing in a bush. But anyway, thank you guys so much for spending the day with me. I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes. But anyways, I just want to thank you guys so much for spending the day with me and gearing up for Fit Girl Fall. And I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!